Stephen Bronfman became the Liberal Party's revenue chair in 2013.
Yeah, I'm the finance guy.
A longtime friend of Justin Trudeau, for years he worked for and then headed the Bronfman family's investment firm, Claridge. And it's Claridge that in 1991 set up the offshore trust in question in the Cayman Islands. It was registered in the name of Stephen's godfather, Leo Kolber. Kolber preceded Bronfman as head of Claridge, also as the chief bagman for the Liberals.
Mr. Kolber.
He was named to the Senate and honored with the Order of Canada. But today, details about the trust that was set up in the former senator's name raise serious questions.
I would say that there are lots of red flags, and I would expect tax authorities specifically to be very interested in following up.
According to the Paradise Papers, the Kolber Trust was funded largely by Bronfman money, grew to be worth more than $60 million U.S. Under Cayman law, there would be no tax on the earnings, and to keep Canadian authorities at bay, there were rules that had to be followed, which the leaked documents suggest were not.
Well, I think people have a right to be angry about this. And that
tax experts we consulted point to a number of apparent violations, transactions that appear to be shams.
Obviously, if they are hiding payments that could give rise to tax consequences in Canada.
Payments that seem to have been disguised.
That's a smoking gun right there. Actually, it's very bold to write it down.
It looks as if it was intended to mislead. It looks as if it was intended to conceal and to misrepresent the nature of the payment.
Many times, decisions about the trust appear to have originated with people associated with Claridge Investments, which raises perhaps the most serious question. Did it even qualify as an offshore trust? According to the Canada Revenue Agency, decisions about offshore trusts really do have to be made offshore by trustees and not by the people who stand to benefit. And yet, time and again, the Paradise Papers show decisions about the Kolber Trust being made in Montreal.
If at the end of the day, the major decisions are taken here or taking place here, the mine management is in Canada, so the trust is a Canadian trust.
And if it was a Canadian trust, that means that Revenue Canada could decide to hold those who made contributions to the trust liable for taxes, possibly going back decades. Gillian Finley, CBC News, Toronto.